Hey everyone, it's Polm. I'm back here with more Dusk Punk. Let's dive right in. I wonder how many days this is. I wonder if it's like 50 days. Might as well just get this pass. Cool. Alright. Let's check out what downtown has to offer, huh? Let's do it. Continue. Nice. Okay. Nice. Let's go ahead and do it again. Alright. Wear your workman's clothes. Surely you don't need fancy things just to walk the streets? I don't think that's a good idea. Ooh. Push yourself. Good. Wander the churches and palaces. Explore the commercial district. Oh, this is the only one that's pretty much only need 3. Fine, whatever. Alright. In front of the Imperial Palace, you find a statue. Study the figure. Figure is a towering queen, 12 feet high, crowned with a diadem and formal chain of office. But the coat she wears is a military officer's, and a belt of ammunition tumbles from her outstretched hands. Read the plaque. Plaque reads, Griselda, the Sulphur Queen. You remember Griselda now. It's a tale told to all Sumerian school children. Remember the story. As the story goes, Griselda, perhaps 200 years old, or 200 years ago, inherited a dwindling empire. With Saruman's economy weakening and its army using outdated equipment and ammunition, she made a fateful decision to target a little-known Panakarian colony. The name of the place escapes you. The army invaded, and locals did not give ground easily. The generals insisted on retreat. What was it like to fight in that war? Was it anything like this one? But Griselda refused to give up. Her sources told her that the land held vast deposits of sulfur and iron. She pushed the attack. Finally, the capital fell, and Saruman sunk their main shafts. Sulfur and steel flowed back to the Dredgeport, the ingredients Saruman had badly needed for war machines and ammunition. From that time onward, Saruman's armies had never been defeated. He gives up at the statue's face. Stern, superior. Should she carve out the world you live in today, or just bend it in her advantage? Turn back to city. Alright. Ooh. The archlight. As you pass through the crucible, a girl hobbles up to you on one of side's metal legs. Wait up. We match. You pull up your trouser leg and show her your prosthetic foot. Not bad. Zai says I've got to keep it oiled and dry. Take care of it. Machinist meeting. The archlight. Zai wants you there. I'll be right along. She hurries off. The space is packed. Hundreds of people are crammed into space. Children from the daycare, teens, their hair carved and shaped like topiary, and adults all carrying and wearing some piece of wrought steel tech. Spots in the crowd, a sealed envelope in her hands. Zaya, what's happening? She turns and puts the note away. Polm, glad you made it. We machinists are in a tough spot. We can use all the help we can get, and you've helped. What's going on? Emergency meeting. The community comes together when things look too rough. We're here on account of Dad dying. Dad was a big deal around here. People look up to him. So you hear a metallic banging from a stage. A machinist has climbed on stage and is hitting a piece of sheet metal with a wrench. As she glances towards the stage, Zive stiffens. There's a coffin on stage, draped in black. From the coffin, an older woman grips a fist-sized device. A wire trails from the device. Machinist, settle down, please. Her amplified voice echoes around the hall. I'll get straight to the point. Tal Carter is dead. touch Zai to comfort her. Pat Zai on the back. She flinches and continues staring at the woman on stage, ignoring the crowd stares. The woman plows on as the whispers increase. He was an anchor for us. For all of us. She goes over to the coffin and touches it. We had to pull some strings to get him back, but here he is, for now. We'll hold a funeral this evening, here. All are welcome to celebrate Tal's life and the connections he made. But we machinists have to recognize we're in a tough spot. For starters, the War Office would like nothing better than to snatch up our brightest minds and put them to work designing weapons for war. We must protect our own. And secondly, we're in the age of plasma now, but the energy men will only dole out dribs and drabs. It's not enough, and it makes us dependent on them for fuel. Stay silent. And above all else, we got to contend with this damn war. If it's not energy men snatching up our designers, it's the recruitment office sending them off to die in the trenches. We're in crisis, and we need leadership. We need strong machinists with visions. She gazes at Zaya as one. The crowd turns to look at her. What do they want? Hell. She stalks on stage, grabbing the microphone. My dad was a legend. He took us from a rinky-dinky guild to a full-blown engineering powerhouse. What am I? A tinker. And a fucking bartender, that's it. But Zai, your work with the daycare, that's nothing. But the war, Plasm, the energy men? I don't know shit about those. Vision, I can barely see next week. The answer is no. Suddenly the door crashes open. In march a carde of soldiers, led by familiar figures, his boots thumping on the arch-like floor. He lumbers on stage and grabs the mic. Machinist, the Iron Brigade is acting on behalf of the Department of Energy. You will surrender your dead and a work crew of your choice. The troopers jump on stage and grab the coffin. You gave us 24 hours. You agreed we can warn. They shove her back. She crumples against the wall. Hey, hands off the bloody coffin. Step forward if your name is called. Fonders Dampers, Eli Boone, Vivian Peterson. Zai's fist bunched. Where are they taking people? What's this work crew? Warren Engineering to build the Emperor's tanks and guns. We haven't heard from any of them in months now. They're taking your dad. Can't we do something? Not without getting people killed. Step forward and serve your Emperor. Nobody moves. Corporal, find those individuals. Their photographs are in your file. Troopers wade into the crowd, shoving people aside. Children scream as adults crash on top of them. Pull out whatever weapons they have. Wrenches, box cutters, guns. Zai rushes on stage. Don't let them take you. Fuck them up. Block the troopers. Hell yeah, let's do this. Throw yourself against the nearest trooper. Behind the gas mask, his eyes gleam with anger. Suddenly you feel punched to your side. That's okay, I'm fired up with that stag stuff. You double over. He cracks you on the head with a nightstick. The speakers whine. The older woman slouched against the wall has found the mic. Do as they say. Nobody gets hurt. Are you kidding? The three engineers gave themselves up. The troops haul out the coffin. They leave, slamming the door shut behind them. Zai rounds on the woman. What the fuck was that? I guess you aren't leadership material after all. Zai shoots her a furious look and storms out. What was the point of any of that? What was the point of that? What? It's just to get the shit kicked out of me? Like, okay, whatever. Guess I'll sleep. Medium sleep, I guess. Not bad. Okay. Get some food. The bronze statue. Come to a bronze statue on the waterfront. Figures green with age. Two fishermen haul a metal net from the river. Between them stands a regal figure. The josters remember an old story. Study the central figure. The figure stands tall, cradling a silver crown. On his shoulder sits a raven. It almost looks like as though it's whispering in his ear. Study the fishermen. You peer at the fishermen more closely and realize they're not fishers at all, but dredgers. Centuries ago, Dredgeport was only a tiny village. People survived by dredging the river of cargo and silver washed from the distant mountains. The river dredge was named for them. The figures are dressed in modern clothes, though. Whatever ancient dredge looked like, it wasn't this. Look for an inscription. The base of the statue, behind the figures, is a brass plaque. The crowning of King Hart. The scavengers bid him cast his nets, and up came the crown of Sauron. Examine the raven. If you're at the raven figure, the scavenger, you realize who told the future king where to dredge. Usually depicted much less flattening, a chaotic creature who deals in scrap and rot. But for this tale, the foundation of the ruling dynasty, the sculpture was more respectful. You turn from the statue and head back to the city. You have no time for fairy tales. That's right, I ain't got time for this. You decide to just walk away. Alright, let's see here. Gotta crack some skulls here. Message from Recheck. An urchin approaches you. Message from ye. You take the scrap paper. Finally, I must speak with you. Come to the arsenal. Meet me after the ceremony. Thanks. You're about to head off on the urchin steps your way. I don't work for free, mister. Growl for your buddy, then whatever. Nice. Head to the arsenal. Here at the arsenal, as you get closer, you hear the sound of the crowd. The streets are crowded, and in the distance, you hear cheers. Ask a passerby what's going on. You stop, passerby. What's going on up here? Some Imperial nonsense. Got another puppet to dance to his tune. You hurry onward and reach the arsenal square. Lined up in rank after rank are artillery cannons. In front of them are hundreds of soldiers standing in these squares. Going from soldier to soldier is a robed figure. Brother Recheck, sprinkling water on them, on each of their rifle barrels. You can barely make out his voice at this distance. Bless Father, guide the weapon of my face, strike him down. I know that, priest. What's the brother doing? Blessing the troops. To boost morale? I suppose so. Some people like it. Me, I'm just here to see the Emperor. She points to a stage at the back of the troops. Seated on a throne is the Emperor, surveying the blessing. He watches Recheck move through the soldiers. When he has blessed the rifles, he moves on to the artillery pieces, reading a prayer in front of each one. Study the crowd. You study the crowd. Most are watching intently, their mouths agape. But here and there, they furrow their brows and cross their arms, sceptically. One shakes his head in disgust and walks away. Listen to the prayer. Blessed Father, may these instruments of thy worth strike true. Steady Smith, may our craftsmen hold steady under the dearest stress. Holy Mother, we weep for the dead. We will slay the living, we will save. Oh, fuck, I can't read tonight. Since Dredgeport, we are all God-loving people. We obey the Father's commands, weep compassionately with the lady, and honor the smith through our history. Sauron is blessed. This war is great test. Will end in our victory. The crowd cheers and claps. Recheck heads to the edge of the square. You're going to miss him if you don't move now. Dive into a shadowy doorway. Away from prying eyes. Recheck hurries down the street, glancing around nervously. Catches attention. He spots you and marches towards you, hurrying into the shadows. Well, Polm, you found me. Are we safe here? For now, but we should be quick. What do you want to talk about? Something huge just happened, Foundling. The Emperor himself contacted me. What did he say? He asked me to do his blessing for the troops, for morale. But his grandeur also knows what kind of help I give the dockers. Said the cause of the docks was close to his heart. That the Emperor blood flows through our ports, and he cherishes the dockers like his own fingers. Then why doesn't he do something about the Lich Dealers? I did bring up the dealers, actually. Saw the like. He said the dealers are part of his plan, that he uses them sometimes. And you're okay with this? Okay? No. But I know my place. You know, Polm, the Father asked us to be humble. Life's hard and confusing. But it's all part of his plan. And the Little Father's the same. This is a test of my faith. I won't let him down. I understand. I'm so glad. He smells deeply content. But this means we'll have to abandon the plan. We shouldn't touch the Lich Dealers. Our Emperor needs them. Whatever the Emperor is doing with the dealers, it can't be good. I'm in too deep with the dealers. I can't just leave. Alright, I trust you. Thank you, Foundling. I'm sure this is the right decision. For us, for our souls, and for our cities. But I can't leave my Foundling empty-handed. There we go. There we go. Give me some of that money. I'm still going to work with the dealers. You come on, strange sculpture. Oh, freaky. It's kind of cool looking, though. It's a male form, wrought in iron. The face is surprisingly lifelike, but hidden behind a pair of illuminated goggles. The back of the statue is a massive twist of metal. That's expressive. Like something inside the man is escaping. The whole thing is lit from within by a plasma lamp. A lamp like this doesn't require much fuel, but this is still a significant investment. Somebody cared about the sculpture. We examine the materials. Statue is holding a compass, a spanner. Peering closely, you see that each bears a manufacturing mark. These were once tools, but they were welded into the statue. Peering at the goggles, you see they too are repurposed originals. The leather strap is worn. Inspecting the back, you see that the twisted metal is dozens of tools fused together. Read the plaque. In memory of Tal Carter, taken from his community by the war to end the world. Depicted here with the tools he used in life. You realize. This was Zaya's father. Leave. You turn away. The sculpture hums quietly behind you. Whoo-wee. Let's see here. Dresden and 24 thugs are lined up outside the factory. Across the road, the picketers chant. Fair pay for fair work. Fair pay for fair work. Dresden turns his gaze on them. The chants falter. All right, lads. Let's show these layabouts what fair work's all about. Count me in. Claps you on the shoulder. That's the spirit. Let's be quick about it. Yeah. I'm push myself on this one. Really? Ahead, you see the picket line. Men and women standing side by side, holding trash lids in length of woods. You swing and miss. A woman jabs you with the poster sign. The man next to her brings a steel pole down on your head. You stagger back, ears ring, attack. Charging the picket line. Break their limbs. Their arms crack like chicken motes. Crack their heads. Splintered stones. You feel cracking bone. Sickening cushioning of meat. Charge on. You can't stop. You look ahead and rush towards the factory itself. You find Dresden beside you, finishing off a worker with his steel-toed boots. All right, lads, that's enough. They get the message. A nice day's work. Find me tonight for your cut. You feel powerful. Strong. Maybe you're suited for this work. I don't really think I'd worked out that well. Let's go get paid. Passing by the den, you see lights are on. The sounds are more ruckus than usual. Dresden looms out of his doorway. He grins. How'd it feel? Powerful. He grins wider. That's the city. If you ain't swinging a knife, you're nothing. You killed before? You think back to the war. It's all such a blur. I think so. At a distance. Not the same as up close, is it? He pulls a purse from his pocket and tosses it to you. That's right. Good work. I'll have another job for you soon. Nice. Nice. Should have prepared. Ooh. I don't want to blow that one. Ooh. Exotic ship. Let's do it. Come on. Push yourself. Dang it. Oh well. That's not bad. Get a little hungry, and that's okay. Come on. Okay. Well. You wait to find the Osprey automobile on the streets outside. The driver glares at you, opens the door. Firstly, you get in the back of the automobile. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. You enter her office. Officer smiles, stipples her fingers. Mr. Polm, take a seat. I assume I'm here for a reason? A job. A certain man wronged me once. She adjusts her lapel pin, a white enamel piece with organic angles. Earl Mandeville, a tiresome man with tiresome ideas about women. She smirks. He didn't mind them when they attended to his needs at his club, of course. The man's dead. Oh. His death had nothing to do with you? Of course. Oh. Sounds like no great loss. Quite. He won't be mourned. He was interred yesterday in the family crypt. I need something from his body. I need specifics. You will break into the crypt and steal one of the good Earl's teeth. Will any tooth do? Or do you want one in particular? A molar. He was always grinding them. She leans forward. The tomb is guarded, but not heavily. Bring me the tooth, and I'll pay 50 grout. I'll do it. Steal tooth. Good. The crypt is in the estate district near the cathedral. I have an east pass. I can get there. Superb. I think mine comes prepared. Once you have the tooth, deliver it to my jeweler. Here's the address. Once he's finished, pick it up and deliver it to me here. Whatever you want. You take instructions well. Well, I'm busy, woman. Get out. You leave the office, step back in the automobile, take a ride back to where you gotta go. First things first. I need some of that solace. Alright. Come back here. Let's take the solace. Perfect. The playbill. What's this? Buy a bottle. Swap gossip. A fountain. Come to a magnificent fountain carved in white marble. Study the figures at the center. The father and the lady. Water pours from the father's shepherd's crook and the lady's jug into the basin below. Examine the figures between them. The smaller figures between them is less familiar. From his uniform, you think he's a general or maybe a king. Examine the figures around the edges. There are 4 figures around the edges, equally spaced. One holds a spear, another in a morpha. A third is dressed in courtesan fashion from the east. The fourth bears a strange, angular crown. Take the overall shape. Cast your eyes on the fountain. Its 8-sided base. Its strange metallic rings forming an orb around the statue. You wonder if it's meant to be a compass or a globe. Look for an inscription. The bounty of empire. You realize what this fountain represents. The figure at the center is the emperor, showered by the blessing of the gods. Figures along the edges are from the northeast, south, and west. Arctic harpooner, a Panarecan tribeswoman, a courtesan from the Orient, and a sun queen. Each of them from a Sumerian conquest or colony. Consider the fountain as a whole. Once you learn to read it, this fountain's message is clear. The wealth of the world flows to the empire from its slaves and colonies, supported by its religious teachings. This is right and good, because we are holy and civilized, and they are savages. Turn from the fountain and head back to the Eastern District. Past sophisticated ladies and fawning gentlemen, and realize the cost of this sophistication. Okay, where do I have to go? Highball and Crypt. 2 times to prepare and enact. Let's push myself because I need to. Okay. I'm not even in the right place because I got to go at night. Spot a familiar figure sitting on the edge of the river. You sit next to her. She's right. You're twice the leader she'll ever be. You don't leave people by telling them to roll over. Zaya shudders. If they listen to me, people would be dead right now. But instead, 3 machinists have been taken. There's a time to fight and a time to bide your time. Which was this? I don't know. That's the problem. Zaya breathes in deeply and slowly lets it out. The river receives her breath like an offering. Dad wanted me to lead. Her voice croaks. Before he left, he asked me to set up. Said they needed me. What happened? I said he was crazy. That we had time. She's silent for a minute. I wanted to craft firecrackers and get wasted and prank the watch. I wanted to live my own life. When I got back, he was gone. They'd taken him. The last thing I said to him was that he didn't want me to be happy. Only cared about his legacy. I'm sure he knew you loved him. She scoffs. Because you knew him so well. She wipes her face. He used to take me out here. We get a day pass for the bridge crossing and come out, bring some tea or whiskey, sit here and look at the river and the crucible. Just across the river to the western bank, the crucible lies beyond the plasma yards. Before they built the yards, you could see the whole district from here, home. When he made me this arm, this is where he gave me it. He put a bit of a string around it, like a ribbon. She draws something out of her jacket, a sealed letter. She slits it open with one of her claws. They found this on his body, addressed to me. I haven't read it yet. A lot's been happening. She nods. Right. Now he's not done talking to me, but once I read this, it'll be the last thing he ever says to you. And he might hate me. Wiping tears, she reads the letter. Sigh, I'm sorry I pushed you. You're still just a kid, really. I wasn't fair to ask, but these times don't respect age or innocence. That's my excuse. It's a shit one. I know. She clears her throat and continues reading. Do what you need to do. The crucible's in your hands now, whether you want it or not. I only ever wanted to protect my people, protect you. I wish I could have seen you grow these last years. I'm sorry I didn't. I love you. I'm proud of you, Dad. She slumps to the floor. She breathes in quiet, hiccup sobs, and pat her shoulder. Wordlessly, then hold your palm between her shoulder blades. Thanks. You came back. Why couldn't he? She lets out a long animal scream. It goes on and on. The river flows on. For a moment, she's silent. Then she folds up the letter and tucks it into her jacket. I'm going to help my people. I'll help, whatever it takes. She smiles. Thanks, Polm. I'll be counting on you. All right. She takes a breath, thinking. We machinists have a lot of problems. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to plasma and how we get it. Right, a brilliant engineer doesn't have anything without fuel. Right, you have to trade for it. And look where that's gotten you. So, her eyes glint. We make our own plasma extractor. Ooh. It's a huge project. Excuse me? I just started daycare with kids. I've got this. You need more than an old... Alright. This is more than a forge. It's a dangerous piece of industry. You need more than an old stove. More like an old power plant. It won't have to be that big, but yeah, we'll need more than a stove. Do you even know how plasma is made? She shrugs. I've been looking into it. I've got a handle on the problem. To figure it out properly, though, I'll need a blueprint of a working plasma extractor. Where will we get the bodies? Any corpses make plasma? Graves, loved ones. People might donate their kin, help the struggle. She scowls. And I can wire or wring a barrel out of every Iron Brigade bastard I can get my hands on. I'm in. Alright, she grins. Yeah, I already got blueprint. Bought that a while ago. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this one. Nice. Perfect. Alright, we prepare and we do this. Alright, everyone. This has been Polm with Dusk Punk. I think I'm going to call it here. Please like, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Alright. Bye, everyone.